Prince William is meeting with Donald Trump at the UK ambassador's residence. This is a really big opportunity for the heir to the British throne to be meeting with the next US president to talk about Britain's special relationship with the US.
It's incredible how some people manage to remain strong in the face of hardships that could easily break others. And this year, that person was Prince William. He faced unimaginable challenges, including both his wife and father battling cancer simultaneously.
Prince confided in him about King Charles and Princess Kate's ongoing health battles, of course, a diagnosis with cancer.
All while he stayed present for his children and carried out his royal duties. Just when he thought he had weathered the storm, tragedy struck once more. What happened to Prince William this time, and who did he lose now? Join us as we reveal what happened to Prince William. Prince William's rough year. Prince William has just opened up about what he calls the hardest year of his life. It's been a whirlwind of emotions for the Prince of Wales as he juggled his royal duties while facing the unimaginable, both his wife and father battling cancer. Speaking with a heavy heart at the end of his visit to South Africa, William thought back on how he's coped through such a challenging time for his family. He admitted it's been absolutely dreadful, describing the year as the most difficult he's ever faced. Balancing everything and trying to keep life on track has been incredibly tough for him. Back in February, Buckingham Palace revealed that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer and was starting treatment. Just 6 weeks later, the world learned that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was also battling cancer and undergoing chemotherapy. It was a shocking double blow for William and his family. Through it all, people have wondered, where was Prince William in the midst of this storm? How did he manage to handle his duties, his family, and being there for his children? What you're about to hear will blow your mind. Thankfully, the king has now returned to his royal duties, and Catherine has completed her chemotherapy. For William, there's a deep sense of pride in how his wife and father have faced their challenges, but on a personal level, it's been nothing short of brutal. Royal author Robert Hardman recently spoke about this, explaining how William's honesty reflects the royal family's efforts to reset their public image.
And William and Kate, who led the charge to the Caribbean, and I think they had expected it to be a very happy.
Hardman also pointed out that the Prince of Wales has had an extraordinary year, balancing his wife's serious illness with the enormous responsibility of stepping in for his father during his cancer battle. In a heartfelt video message, Kate shared how much time and space the family needed to adjust to the diagnosis. She also spoke about the difficulty of explaining the situation to their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, while reassuring them she would be okay. Through it all, William has been the steady rock, holding everything together during this relentless year. Prince William has been in South Africa for his Earthshot Prize Awards ceremony, where 5 incredible projects each received £1 million for their groundbreaking environmental innovations. While there, he spoke openly about the role of Prince of Wales and how he feels about the responsibility it brings. Balancing the weight of duty with his passion for making a difference, he shared that while he doesn't particularly enjoy taking on more responsibility, he does love the freedom to create something meaningful, like Earthshot. For him, it's all about using his platform to genuinely help people and make a positive impact on the world. Since the summer, the prince has also been sporting a beard, which has sparked mixed reactions, even from his own family. He revealed that when he first grew it, his daughter, Princess Charlotte, was not a fan at all. Her reaction was so emotional that he shaved it off, but he later decided to grow it back and managed to reassure her that it would be fine. On the final day of his Cape Town visit, Prince William focused on Abelobi, an Earthshot Prize finalist working to protect small-scale fishing communities. He was warmly welcomed by locals, who cheered and expressed their admiration as he engaged with fishermen and women involved in the program. However, the visit wasn't without controversy. A small group of protesters voiced concerns about issues such as the Israel conflict, indigenous rights, baboon culling, and representation for local fishermen. Amid personal challenges,
get ready to join me and special guests for a unique event as we come together to celebrate those with the solutions to repair our planet. the biggest environmental awards honouring the most inspiring innovations from across the globe.
His visit to a surplus food redistribution center and a youth club it supports also showed his dedication to reducing food waste, lowering greenhouse gas emissions, and helping people in need. In November this year, Kate's first major public appearance since her diagnosis at the Festival of Remembrance stole hearts. Their affectionate gestures, like William holding Kate's waist and her gently rubbing his lower back, showcased their deep connection. Their loving glances and whispers throughout the event reflected their bond, with experts noting how their openness about affection touched audiences. Kate also showed tender concern for a frail King Charles, while William's subtle gestures of support toward Kate added to the warmth of the evening. The couple's public display of love captured millions, showing their strength and unity. Prince William dealing with grief and loss. Prince William seemed to be balancing his royal duties, caring for his sick wife, and being there for his children. But on top of everything, tragedy struck within the royal circle. Thomas Kingston, a relative of Prince William and Prince Harry, was found dead on February 25th, leaving the family in shock. Thomas, a 45-year-old financier and husband to Lady Gabriella Windsor, died from a catastrophic head injury, with a gun found near his body. Although police confirmed there were no suspicious circumstances, questions have arisen about a new medication he had started before his death. At an inquest, it was revealed that his recent prescription might have impacted his state of mind, with the family's attorney suggesting there could be a connection. The court will explore this further, though no causative link has been established. On the day of his death, Thomas had lunch with his parents before being found in an outbuilding by his father. His passing has devastated the family.
Gloucestershire Coroner's Court, March 1st. Senior Coroner Katie Scarrett said Thomas was found, quote, deceased with a catastrophic head injury.
And the royal circle has been left grieving the loss of someone described as an exceptional man who brought light to everyone around him. Thomas was also a close friend of Princess Kate's sister, Pippa Matthews, and is believed to have dated her in 2011. If this loss wasn't enough, Prince William faced another emotional blow in November. The Prince and Princess of Wales released a heartfelt statement mourning the loss of Liz Hatton, a cancer-stricken photographer they had met at Windsor Castle just 2 months earlier. Liz had left a deep impression on the couple with her bravery and humility, and her passing brought fresh grief to an already heavy year. The royal family extended their thoughts and prayers to Liz's family, offering support during this unimaginably difficult time. Liz's mother had also shared the heartbreaking news with her own message, adding to the wave of sorrow. In a deeply emotional message, Liz Hatton's mother, Vicky, shared the heartbreaking news of her daughter's passing. Liz, a phenomenal photographer and an extraordinary young woman, lost her battle with cancer in the early hours of the morning. Even in her final moments, Liz remained determined, making plans until the very end. Her family expressed immense pride in her kindness, empathy, and courage throughout the past year, calling her the best daughter and sister they could have ever asked for. Liz had been diagnosed with desmoplastic small round cell tumor in January and had fulfilled her bucket list dream of meeting Kate Middleton earlier this year, hoping to meet the future queen before it was too late. Perhaps the hardest loss for Prince William, though, was saying goodbye to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. William has shared how deeply certain moments of her passing still affect him as he continues to grieve. During his and Catherine's first public appearance after the Queen's funeral, he reflected on the overwhelming grief and gratitude he felt. Some moments caught him off guard, even though he thought he was prepared for them. An example was seeing the touching Paddington Bear tributes left for the Queen, a nod to her famous Platinum Jubilee sketch with the beloved character. William admitted that those unexpected moments hit him the hardest. While joking with staff who helped with the funeral service, he mentioned a new competition between Paddington and the Queen's corgis, playfully noting that the corgis have been around longer. The Prince and Princess visited Windsor's Guildhall to thank the volunteers and staff who helped with the Queen's committal service. They were moved by the massive crowds who had come to pay their respects, with people traveling from all over the world.
Elizabeth II, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of her other realms and territories, Queen. Head of the Commonwealth.
Catherine expressed amazement at how many people wanted to be part of the historic moment, while William found comfort in how deeply people cared about the Queen. So what has Prince William been up to recently, amid all this grief and heartache? You're on the edge of your seat, and it's about to get even more interesting. Prince William's meeting with Donald Trump. Prince William recently had a fascinating encounter that showed the unique diplomatic power of the royal family. Meeting President-elect Donald J. Trump in Paris after the reopening ceremony for Notre Dame Cathedral, the two had a conversation that showcased the prince's ability to charm and connect. Trump, who has long admired the British monarchy, spoke warmly about his interaction with the future king. The British diplomatic strategy of fostering strong relationships between Trump and the royals seems to be paying off, as the former president has always held the royal family in high regard. Back in 2019, when Trump visited Britain, officials arranged for him to have tea with Charles, then the Prince of Wales, at Clarence House. The idea was that the two men, both in their 70s and heirs to significant legacies, one royal and the other real estate, might find common ground. While they may not have shared much beyond their age and inherited status, the meeting was part of a larger strategy to strengthen ties between the US and Britain during a politically complex time. Now, with Trump set to return to the presidency and Britain led by left-of-center Prime Minister Keir Starmer, maintaining a close relationship with Trump could be more critical than ever. For this, the royal family might once again prove to be an indispensable tool. Trump's deep admiration for Queen Elizabeth II, whom he described as an inspiration, mentioned his appreciation for the monarchy. His visit to Buckingham Palace during his first term was a standout moment for him. This time, Trump's focus has shifted to the next generation. Meeting Prince William, now 42 and the son of King Charles III, may have been a strategic move for both parties. With William representing the future of the monarchy, the encounter left no doubt that Trump values his interactions with British royals of all ages. Apart from their conversation, Trump seemed captivated by the prince's appearance, praising how good-looking and handsome William looked. He even admitted he complimented William during their talk, a moment that grabbed the interest of royal watchers everywhere. But what really turned heads was Trump's decision to share private details about William's family, especially concerning the health of his father, King Charles III, and his wife Catherine, the Princess of Wales, both of whom have been battling cancer this year. Trump shared that Catherine was doing well and added that William deeply loves his father and wife, which some found touching, but others viewed as oversharing. Both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace remained silent, refusing to comment on Trump's remarks. This interaction once again showed Trump's admiration for the royal family. Experts believe this fondness could play a key role in British diplomacy, particularly as the UK faces potential challenges in its relationship with the US under Trump's second term. With Prime Minister Keir Starmer planning to strengthen ties with the European Union, something Trump strongly opposed in his first presidency, the monarchy might act as a bridge to maintain positive relations. Royal historian Ed Owens suggested that the monarchy could help Britain navigate these challenges, serving as a calming and diplomatic presence while fostering better relationships with Europe. Even King Charles, who typically avoids politics, could subtly influence these dynamics. Known for his passion for issues like the environment, Charles has a history of engaging in meaningful discussions. Back in 2019, during an arranged afternoon tea with Trump, Melania Trump, and Camilla, officials hoped Charles might gently raise the topic of climate change despite their differing views. Charles's preference for substantial conversations could offer an opportunity to form a more meaningful connection with Trump this time around. The press somehow got wind of their arguments and printed headlines that only added fuel to the fire. Despite the family drama, Harry and Meghan exchanged their vows on May 19, 2018, at St. George's Chapel. Harry and Meghan's love story was often overshadowed by the dark cloud of media harassment. The British tabloid press stalked them relentlessly, publishing untrue stories about Meghan and fueling racist stereotypes. The constant attacks from the press took a devastating toll on Meghan's mental health, driving her into hiding and triggering panic attacks and suicidal thoughts. Prince Harry was desperate to protect his wife, fearing a repeat of the tragic fate of his mother, who died in a car crash while fleeing from the paparazzi. He knew he and his family had to escape the toxic media environment in the UK, so he made a very difficult choice. Harry announced on Instagram that he and his wife would be stepping back from their royal roles and splitting their time between North America and the UK. Their decision was dubbed Megxit by the press, a reference to Brexit.
First Brexit, now Megxit. Sources say the Queen has called on aides to urgently define the new roles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in the space of days, not weeks.
Harry has rejected the term as a label that targets his wife and reduces their complex situation to just a catchy hashtag. With everything that Harry has gone through with the British press, it makes you wonder why he would decide to bring the spotlight upon himself this time around, by airing out so much dirty laundry in his memoir, Prince Harry's Tell-All Book. The British press and public have been on the edge of their seats ever since Prince Harry made the announcement in July 2021 that he would be releasing a tell-all memoir that would give readers a clearer glimpse into the secret lives of the royal family. His family was not in support of the idea, but rebellious Harry always does what he wants. Now that the book is here, it's clear why the royal family was worried. Spare is a 416-page personal account of Harry's life, ghostwritten by J.R. Mooringer and published by Penguin Random House. In the book, Harry makes shocking revelations about private family moments and intimate conversations that could have staggering consequences for the royals. It is available in various formats, including digital, paperback, and hardcover. And for those who want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, there's even a 15-hour audiobook edition, narrated by Harry himself. Even the title of the book is also a revelation of how Harry has felt about playing second fiddle to his brother his whole life. Spare refers to the age-old aristocratic adage that an heir and a spare was necessary to keep the family inheritance going. In Spare, Harry lays it all bare, sharing intimate details about his teenage years, his deployment to Afghanistan, and his complex relationships with his brother, Prince William, and father, King Charles III. He also opens up about his courtship and marriage to Meghan Markle, and the couple's decision to step back from their royal roles, which met a lot of criticism. While some critics praised Harry's vulnerability, others felt he shared too much. Despite the mixed reviews, Spare made history, becoming the fastest-selling non-fiction book of all time on its release date, according to Guinness World Records. The royal family doesn't want those details out there, but the book is already so big it is translated into 15 different languages.
After days of bombshell leaks and carefully selected press junkets, Prince Harry's memoir Spare has officially been released around the world.
It doesn't help matters for the royal that the book's proceeds are going to charity, making it even more popular among the masses who have always praised Harry as the people's prince. As Harry embarked on this literary journey, he shared his reasons for writing the book. "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man I have become." He hoped that by sharing his story, with all its highs and lows, he could connect with people from all walks of life and show that despite their differences, they have more in common than they think. Harry promised that the book would be accurate and wholly truthful, offering a unique glimpse into his life. The publisher teased that the book would take readers back to one of the most iconic and heart-wrenching moments of the 20th century, the image of two young princes walking behind their mother's coffin. But the book would also be full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom, offering a nuanced and thoughtful exploration of Harry's life. These announcements made the people 11 more eager to read the book. Everyone was highly anticipating its release, except the members of the royal family. The reservations of his family did make Harry a little skeptical about going through with publishing the book. According to the Times, Harry had second thoughts after visiting his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, during her Platinum Jubilee celebrations in the summer of 2022. However, he ultimately decided to move forward with the book. In an interview with Bryony Gordon, Harry revealed that the first draft of Spare was a whopping 800 pages, enough material for 2 books. However, he chose to edit it down to around 400 pages, leaving out certain details about his relationships with his father and brother that he felt were too sensitive to share. "There are things that I just don't want the world to know," he confessed, "because I don't think they would ever forgive me." Despite concerns that the book might be seen as an attack on the monarchy, Harry insisted that his intention was not to collapse the monarchy, but rather to save it. He felt a sense of responsibility to reform the institution for the sake of future generations, particularly his brother's younger children. Interestingly, Harry's brother William had explicitly told him that his children were not his responsibility. Nevertheless, Harry remained committed to his mission. So, what candid secrets does Spare reveal about Buckingham Palace? Family secrets revealed in Prince Harry's book. One of the most striking revelations is the physical altercation between Harry and his brother Prince William in 2019.
Well, it was quite the marmalade dropper this morning, wasn't it? This allegation in Spare, Prince Harry's forthcoming autobiography that's been leaked to The Guardian, that he had a physical alteration with Prince William.
The argument started when William called Meghan difficult, rude, and abrasive, leading to a heated exchange that ended with William allegedly grabbing Harry by the collar, ripping his necklace, and knocking him to the floor. This detail finally confirmed what the British public had suspected for years about the tension between the two princes. Just 2 years later, at Prince Philip's funeral in 2021, King Charles attempted to mediate between his feuding sons, begging them, "Please, boys, don't make my final years a misery." Another significant revelation in Spare is Harry's account of the infamous 2005 incident where he wore a Nazi costume to a party. He reveals that he had called William and Kate for advice, and they suggested the Nazi uniform. Harry acknowledges that he wasn't thinking and takes responsibility for his actions. In addition to these incidents, Harry also opens up about losing his virginity to an older lady who loved horses. The public began making many speculations as to which friend of the royal family he may be referring to. He describes the experience as humiliating and a mistake. However, not all of Harry's experiences in the book were written with such good spirit. He revealed that King Charles would often make jokes about Harry's parentage, suggesting that James Hewitt, one of Princess Diana's former lovers, might be his real father. Harry was deeply hurt by these jokes, especially since the tabloids constantly covered the rumors. This painful experience highlights the emotional challenges Harry has faced within his own family. Despite how perfect Prince William may appear, Harry revealed that both himself and William urged their father not to marry Princess Camilla, accusing Camilla of leaking stories about him and William to the press, which he believes was a deliberate attempt to rehabilitate her image. Harry also shares intimate details about his relationship with Meghan Markle, including how they met and his initial reactions to her. He admits to watching her sex scenes on the TV show Suits and feeling uncomfortable. Furthermore, he reveals that the palace tried to intervene in the scripts of Suits after their relationship became public. The memoir also touches on the racism and scrutiny that Meghan faced, particularly from the British press. Harry writes about how he was convinced to release a statement defending Meghan after reading an essay in the Huffington Post, which criticized his silence on the matter. Other notable revelations include Camilla suggesting that Harry become Governor General of Bermuda to remove them from the maelstrom of the royal family, and Charles and Camilla wanting Kate to change the spelling of her name to avoid confusion with their own ciphers. If you think these revelations are shocking, then you should know what Harry revealed about his time serving in Afghanistan, including other military, espionage, and state secrets. State secrets revealed in Prince Harry's book. It is no surprise that the royal family is directly linked to the military and the world of espionage, but readers were still shocked by some of the details of the relationship revealed in Prince Harry's memoir. Harry writes in the book that he killed about 25 enemy combatants during his 2 tours serving the army in Afghanistan. The People's Prince had taken people's lives.
Now, Prince Harry has consulted former aides about a possible partial return to the UK as he seeks to repair his public image, that's according to the Daily Mail.
Also, Prince Harry is on first-name terms with Britain's spies, having visited MI6 HQ in 2013 and received briefings on jihadist threats. The more shocking reveal is that the late Queen Elizabeth II may have received intel about Harry and Meghan's relationship even before the paparazzi caught wind of it, and it became public, due to her role as the head of the British Secret Service. From the Queen to the People's Princess, researchers for Harry's book also investigated Princess Diana's fatal car crash in Paris, reviving conspiracy theories involving British, French, and American spy agencies. Harry has also fought Britain's Home Office to get security protection, winning permission to challenge the decision to withdraw protective security officers. As a boy, Harry was introduced to Britain's top cops and security officers, including a visit to a police gun range with Princess Diana. Other secrets revealed in Spare include Harry's military training at a killing house in Herefordshire, his access to secret police files on Princess Diana's death, and his training with Special Boat Service counterintelligence experts. We know the royal family is not in support of their dirty laundry getting aired to the world, but what course of action have they taken? The royal family's response. Since Prince Harry's book hit bookstores, the whole of Britain has been raving about it, except the royal family. Despite the book's explosive claims, the royals have maintained a deafening silence, leaving many to wonder why. The royals' silence is not a coincidence, but a deliberate choice. They have refused to comment on the book's contents, even when asked by journalists. This stance is a sharp contrast from their usual approach. However, there are signs of concern behind the scenes. Lawyers for the royal household have asked ABC and CBS News for details of their interviews with Harry, indicating that the royals are taking a keen interest in the situation, even amid their silence. The royals' silence is not born out of helplessness, but instead, it is a strategic move, designed to avoid fueling the coverage and creating more headlines. By staying silent, they are allowing the focus to shift to their work, rather than engaging in a public feud. Only time will tell if this approach will pay off. They have not commented on the book's claims, nor did they respond to Harry and Meghan's Netflix series or most of their previous interviews. The exception was a brief statement after the Oprah interview. The never complain, never explain approach taken by the members of Harry's family has served them well. Former Communications Secretary Christina Kyriakou believes their silence is serving them all very, very well, this time too.
What I do know is that the king is devoted to his sons and to Harry, and I cannot imagine that there will be any form of petulance or nastiness.
This approach will make it hard for Harry to recover from the fallout, as it makes him the only one talking about the issue, painting himself as the bad guy in the narrative. The strategy allows them to avoid fueling the coverage and creating more headlines. The royals keep a close eye on opinion polls, and the latest YouGov findings suggest their silence is not harming them. Harry's favorability has fallen further, even among younger people, while the working royals remain more popular. William's positive rating has dipped slightly, but Charles and Kate's popularity remains steady. The British public has not turned against the monarchy since Spare's release. The royals' silence may be a winning strategy, allowing them to maintain control and avoid further escalation. Only time will tell if this approach will continue to serve them well. Despite the rift, the royals still care deeply for each other. William comes across as concerned about Harry in the book and wants to help him. Rebuilding trust will take time, and a statement from the royal household could alienate Harry further. As the pandemonium about Harry's memoir slowly dies down, we are reminded that even the biggest royal scandals come and go. The royal family has learned that people move on. Prince Harry's book opens with a quote from William Faulkner: "The past is never dead, it's not even past." But the royals know that with time, people can and do move on. The royal family has weathered numerous storms in the past. They have faced many scandals and still survived with their legacy intact, and their strategic silence on Spare may be the most effective move of all. By staying silent, they are allowing the focus to shift to their work, rather than engaging in a public feud. Only time will tell if this approach will pay off. What do you think of Prince Harry's revelations in his memoir? Do you think he went too far, or he is within his rights to freedom of speech? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channels. Also, click the next video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.